Beer is an alcoholic beverage produced by breaking down starch and fermenting the resulting sugar molecules. Beer is the most widely consumed alcoholic beverage and the third most consumed beverage overall. Water and tea are the first two respectively. Beer has been an important part of history of human civilization. The first chemical evidence of beer dates back 5,000 years. A jar with a yellow-colored residue was found in Iranian ruins from 3500 BC. The residue within the jar was analyzed and proven to be that of beer. Many archaeologists believe that beer was produced much earlier. In fact, some say as early as when humans began farming grains around 9500 BC. Some archaeologists have even linked the invention of beer to the rise of civilization. Evidence of this includes that traditional feasts all around the world consist of three ingredients and are almost universally present. The first ingredient is meat, the second is some type of grain such as bread, and the third is alcohol produced from excess grains. Feasts or social ceremonies are essential for creating bonds between people and social networks, which gave rise to more complex societies. Beer was important in many ancient societies such as ancient Babylonia. In 2100 BC, the Babylonian king Hammurabi included regulations regarding taverns in his famous code of laws. Beer produced during this time was very different than it is today. It was not until later that hops were added. The usage of hops was first mentioned in 822 AD in Europe. During the Middle Ages in Europe, beer was one of the most common beverages. Beer was mostly produced on a domestic scale. However, beer was being produced and sold by many European monasteries. In 1516, William IV, Duke of Bavaria, adopted the purity law, which is one of the oldest food quality regulations still in use in the 21st century. During the Industrial Revolution, beer production became a large-scale industry. Today, the industry consists of several multinational companies as well as several small-scale breweries. The oldest still operating commercial brewery is in Bavaria, which has been operating since 1040 AD. During Prohibition, bootleggers would add water to the beer in order to increase profits. This caused Americans to become used to watery beer, and some say is the reason that American beer tends to be weaker than beer produced in Europe. On October 17, 1814, in London, a huge vat containing over 135,000 gallons of beer ruptured, creating a domino effect by rupturing other vats within the building. The massive amounts of beer surged into the street and destroyed 2 homes and killed 8 people. People literally drowned in beer. It is known as the London Beer Flood. The number one importer of beer is the United States, followed by France. The number one exporter of beer is Mexico, followed by the Netherlands, and then Germany. President George Washington had his own brewhouse on the grounds of Mount Vernon.